Hi, and welcome to the next topic of this module. Now in this topic, we will learn about what is controller in JavaFX. And we will learn this topic by creating a very small JavaFX application such as temperature converter tool. So here in front of you is our target application. So we are going to create the same application by using the concept of controller in JavaFX. Now so far in this module, we have covered a lot of topic such as how do we create a layout, how do we write code within our Java file, and how do we integrate our menu items. Now it is time to implement all those concepts and create a very small application. So here this is the label at the top that displays welcome. And down below we have a choice box that will ask the user whether he want to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. And accordingly he can enter the temperature here and then click on the convert button and we will display the result in the form of dialog box like this. And in case the user enters some invalid input such as some text, then we will display a error dialog. Some invalid temperature entered. Please enter a valid temperature. And throughout this topic, we will follow all these steps. So our first step will be to design the layout that will contain the label, choice box, text field, and also a button. So within our application, go to application layout.fxml file, and as per the target application, we need to have the label at the top. So what we can do is, let us drag and drop the label from the controls option. So down below, alphabetically, you will find the label, drag and drop it within our VBox. And now what we can do is simply select the label, and on the right you will find the properties menu. Within this, let us change the text to, let's call it welcome. Now if you notice, as per the target application, we should have some margin from the top and also from the bottom. Now let us first provide the margin from the top. So now let us again select the label, and on the right within the layout menu, you will find this margin option. Now the first margin will be from the top, and then margin from the right, margin from the bottom, and then margin from the left. So right now I want to provide margin from the top. So here let us give it currently 30 pixel. Click somewhere else and there we go, we have got some margin from the top. Welcome. Let us now run our application and let's see how it appears. And this is our current application layout. We have got welcome at the top with some margin from the top, but if you notice, we are getting the menu bar just below this welcome label. Now why this is happening? We want our menu bar at the top. Now if you notice, we have added the label within our VBox, right? Now within the myMain.java, within the start method, if you notice, we are actually adding the menu bar within our root node, which is currently the VBox, right? Now dynamically what happens is that when the application starts, our first element within the VBox is basically the label that you can find it from the text tab as well. So the first child is the label within the VBox. Now dynamically when we add the menu bar, then the menu bar appears right after the label. Here. Something similar to what I am writing it here. After the label, we are getting the menu bar. But we want the menu bar to be the first child of the VBox. That is, I want the menu bar to appear here. Right? Just before the label. So what we can do is, within the myMain.java, while we are adding the menu bar to our VBox, let us use this method of, let's call it .add, and there you will find this option, add a particular index. Now here I will use this method, and as a first parameter I will pass 0 as the index and then pass the menu bar. So now what is happening is that the menu bar is being added as a first child, that is at the 0th index within the VBox. Let us now launch our application. And there we go, we have got the menu bar at the top. And down below we have the second element as the label. Now if you compare our application with the target application, then you can notice the elements within the VBox are having the absolute positioning. That is, they all are flexibly aligned within this layout. Now, for that, what we can do is within our application layout.fxml file, go to the scene builder, and now within the VBox, I will add a pane. So from the container, drag and drop the pane within the VBox. And here the pane has been added as a second element. Now I want this pane to be the first here, just before the label. So again we can rearrange it. So simply select it and drag it just above the label, like this. Leave it here, and now the pane appears at the top, and down below we have the welcome. So now what we can do is let us place this label within this pane so that we can flexibly position it without setting its margin and all, right? So let us drag and drop it within the pane. So within the VBox we have the pane, and within the pane we have the label. Let us flexibly position our welcome label like this. So without setting the margin, we have actually placed the label flexibly within the pane at our desired location. Let us now launch our application. And there we go, the welcome has been placed somewhere at the center. So let us now continue our discussion in the next video, how we can modify the font size and font color for this label.